Hi guys, give me 1 second. Okay. So if you guys have been keeping up with my latest videos in my uploads section of my channel, you have noticed that I started to incorporate celebrity psychic readings again. But this time I've been choosing clever titles to kind of catch your attention. With this video, I chose to basically go with What Happened to Lauryn Hill because what I've been noticing in hip hop and R&B lately is that a lot of people have been paying a lot of tribute to Lauryn Hill lately. Whether it's by taking snippets and bits out of her songs and putting it and remaking it into their songs, whether they're really saying her name, paying tribute, or doing some of her poetry in their music. It's been everywhere lately. And if you notice, a lot of what she does for a living is she still goes on a lot of tours, so she's still pretty relevant. But if you were a hardcore fan like I was growing up, you understand the pain you go through when a good artist makes only one album and doesn't create anything else. So you only have that one little thing that they're immortalized by, basically holding you over all the time. But with that being said, she is one of the few people who have been paid tributes to, whether it's through tattoos, music, whatever the case, art. One of the few artists who didn't have to pass away to get tribute paid to. So that was pretty interesting and kind of sparked this video. It was actually a good idea given to me by my boyfriend too, so I'm going to give him his credit where it's due. But with that being said, we're going to kind of get into the reading. We're going to start with the question, what happened to her? Maybe I'm going to go through all the questions that I want to know and maybe that you guys want to know as well. So we're going to kind of start with like, why did she not want to make another album? We'll start with that. After the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, why didn't she want to make an album? 3 things came out. I wonder if I should go with all 3 of these things. All right, so these 3 cards came out. I'm going to just go with all of them, kind of like what a general message that I'm picking up from all of them is that maybe she thought that she basically got enough money that she wanted from it. Maybe she figured out that money wasn't everything in the industry. Maybe she felt like everything was too controlled money. Like maybe she didn't have enough creative room or enough space to be creative in what she really wanted to do. A lot of people did care about her image and how she portrayed herself. So she felt like she couldn't really dress how she wanted or act how she wanted to be. I do feel like there was a lot of like over sexualization in her presentation. So maybe I don't feel like she was very conservative, but I don't feel like she was overly sexual. So maybe she had a problem with kind of conforming to the needs that they wanted at the time, especially being a young woman. Of course, some of you know she has a family. She probably thought that was way more important than just at the time or even now. She just felt like family first. Love is another factor that came up. So she chose love over everything, and even travel. So her biggest thing was spirituality and wanting to explore new terrain. So anything at that time, even now, that kept her in place for too long, she couldn't dig it. She didn't want to be in studios all the time making music. She wanted to be on the go, on the road, hence why she still does tours. That's what I'm getting. Keep in mind, this is for entertainment purposes only. You guys are not going to be like, oh, I know everything about her life. This is just stuff I'm picking up that you might dig. But yeah, what's next? What happened or like what's happening to her in her life right now? What's happened? Let's go with what happened since then. Like what happened shortly after she decided to leave the music industry. I feel like her life started taking a toll, but in different ways. Like maybe she started having self-doubt or a lot of regrets. Maybe she started seeing the positives in the situation. Maybe she still wanted to take time off and be true to herself, who she really was. But she kind of felt it kind of fun to play the game sometimes, but not as much as she used to. A lot of difficulties and struggle in family life, still dealing with guilt and shame. Maybe people try to make her feel guilty about quitting singing or making another album or not becoming this multimillionaire out of it, or like um, getting as much, milking as much money as she could have in the situation. Um, yeah, family was very important to her. So let's see what else. Getting her children was very, very important to her. Making sure they were taken care of, had good education, treated with respect, things like that. What else? What else do we want to know, you guys? How is she now? I feel like she's a little feeling more free, like free to do what she wants, free to take action when she pleases. She understands that she can dabble in music whenever she wants, if that's still an option for her, which I feel like she never really stops writing poetry. She never stops writing music. She never stops singing. She doesn't plan to. It's just she wants to be free in her essence, being who she truly is. If that requires her to go back and make a song or two, then that's what it is. But she doesn't chain herself to any one way of living or being. She does not go off the expectations of others. She lives life freely, which all of us can actually learn from, because she seems happy right now, very content in her spirituality, finding peace. It's a really hard thing to do to find peace before you die. Not saying that she's gonna die, but it's meaning make amends with any grudges you hold at this time. This is the message coming from spirit right now. But yeah, I feel like she had a time learning forgiveness, going through so many heartbreaks, but she learned to have peace with herself and God, and that's all that really matters to her. Again, making sure her children are taken care of, education. So maybe she seeks more knowledge when she's on her free time. She seeks knowledge through travel, cultural challenges, maybe even real school, like depending on, I don't know what subject she may be taking, but let's see what creative project she has going on right now, or like if anything is taking place right now. If she has anything in creative wise. 2 cards fell out. I get the word fluid, so maybe she's on a creative streak right now, and she's kind of like not keeping it secret, but she's like on a roll. So she's trying to like keep her mind focused as this message is coming through for her to kind of present to the world. It may still be in the making, so this could be very well be a new song. It could be a new hit. It could be, I don't know. I keep picking up something vaguely about a new CD. So it could be like a surprise CD. It could be just like a surprise song or surprise something. It could be with a surprise artist. It could be with an artist that you never think about. I do feel like collaborations. Drake is coming up. I don't know how that makes sense, because I did pick up him taking a lot of sampling from her music. Maybe they talk a lot together about collabing. Maybe he's trying to convince her to get back into singing or rapping or whatever the case may be. It is a lot of artists who keep dealing with her behind the scenes. So it could be that she's helping people write music. A lot of that is going on. Yeah, I think she likes being more behind the scenes in music. So I don't know if she actually checked herself out of the industry, the industry's eye, just to come back in as like just a backup singer or a backup vocalist or backup whatever. I think she just doesn't want the spotlight directly on her, because maybe she doesn't like that, or it's not needed for her at that time. But she still does her part in a way. But yeah. And I guess I can ask like how her family is doing for those of you who are curious, and then I'll do like an overall message, and then that'll be it. So how her family is doing. Let's see. I mean, I feel like they may have struggles just like any normal family, like just like anyone else. Like they may be well off or taken care of, or may have gone through some deep depression. Maybe someone passed away as of late, or maybe they're just getting ready to go move or do something new. Because I feel like she hasn't had the most stable family life or stable home life. Maybe a lot of people get up and move, or maybe they move a lot, or maybe like, yes, there's a lot of like instability, not in like maybe not in financial means, but more so as like people trying to make up their mind if they want to stay together type of thing. Maybe lovers, maybe even like her children growing up and becoming more independent. That's been bothering her a little. So it's kind of like a what next? If my kids move up and grow away, like what else would I do? Do I go back to making music, or do I just stay single, or do I, it's a lot of that questioning in her life right now. But I do, I don't know. I can't help but feel this huge regret around music. So maybe she feel like at the time she was picking love, and that was the best thing for her, and she doesn't regret having children out of the situation. But maybe she felt like if she could go back, she would do music one more, give it a go, or do it one more time, or like pick up where she left off, kind of thing. But at the time she did what she had to do. That's how she saw it as, and she sees that like her children as blessings. But then again, she understands that she has a gift and she needs to use it somehow. And I think a lot of people are trying to convince her to understand that it's never too late to get back into the music industry. Like maybe she keeps feeling like she's not as young or as pretty or as good looking. But a lot of people are trying to like hype her back up or ease her back into music making, things like that. But you never know. She might have something hot waiting for us to come out of the blue. But I do feel like a lot of people are collabing with her right now. It could be an album. It could be that she just doesn't want to feel alone when she releases an album again. But this will be some creative masterpiece, whatever it is, because she has changed and evolved so much as a person. But yeah, so that's kind of exciting. I can kind of pull a card to see how soon something like that could be coming about. I don't know if my guys will give me that information, but we can try. Sooner than we think. And I feel like she's just kind of wants to take time and like soak it all in, her past accomplishments, what it means to her, what it meant for her to go through the things she went through. And then I think once she gets in a space of clarity of what she wants to create, or like how she wants to present herself, and put herself out there, and then we'll know when the time is right, and she'll know when the time is right. But I think we'll all be like, it'll be something that's like long overdue. Yeah, that's it, you guys. Hope you like this reading. Be dope, be unapologetically. Peace.